Welcome to today's session, everyone. Wish you all a very happy Radhashtami. So, because it's Radhashtami today, so before we start our reading, we will recite the Radhika Stotra, which is the 108 names of Radharani by Srila Raghunath Das Goswami. And we will also read the qualities of Srimati Radharani. And then afterwards, we'll do some reading because that is what we have been doing every day. So let's invoke the presence of God first. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Mukam karoti vajanam pangum langhayate gyam yat kripatam aham vande Shri Gurum Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram. Anchakalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhyeva cha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishbhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye. So this is the Radhika Stotra. It's the 108 names of Srimati Radharani, and they are written by one of the 6 Goswamis, Srila Raghunath Das Goswami. And let's begin that. Aviksat Meshwari Kaschid Vrindavan Maheshwarim Tat Padam Boja Matrayaka Gati Dasyati Katara Patita Tat Saras Tire Ruda Tyartha Ravakulam Tach Shri Bhaktreshan Vaptai Namani Yetani Sanjagau. Some maidservant, unable to find her mistress, has fallen on the bank of Radhakund, crying in great anxiety, being very eager to take exclusive shelter of her lotus feet, glorifying her by singing the following names of her mistress. Radha Gandharvika, Goshtha Yuva, Rajaika Kamita, Gandharva Radhika, Chandra Kantir, Madhava Sangini. Radha. So these are the names I'm reciting now from these 2 lines of the verse. So there are 6. These names are Radha, Gandharvika, the only girl desired by the prince of Vraja, who is worshipped by the Gandharva angels. 5th is whose luster is like the moon, and 6th name is who accompanies Madhava. Then Damodar Dvaita Sakhi Karti Koti Kirti Desavani Mukunda Daita Vrinda Dhammila Mani Manjari. Damodar's unrivaled girlfriend. Then Raghunath Goswami says she is the queen who bestows fame on the Kartika month. Then he goes on to say the 9th name is the crest jewel of Mukunda's lady friends. Bhaskaro Pasika Vrishabhanavi, Rishabhanuja Ananga Manjari, Jeshta Sridama Vrajottama. So in the first 2 lines, you listen to the names, and then I'm giving the translation of the names. So, who worships the sun? That was the 10th name, Bhaskaro Pasika. Who belongs to King Vrishabhanu, Vrishabhanavi. 12th name is Vrishabhanuja, who is born from King Vrishabhanu. Ananga Manjari, that is Ananga Manjari's oldest sister. Jeshta Sridama, Sridama's younger sister. Vrajottama, that is the greatest. Kirtida Kanyaka Matra Sneha Piyusha Putrika Vishakha Savayaha Preshtha Vishakha Jivitadhika. 16th name is Kirtida's daughter. Then it is Kanyaka Matra, who is the Sneha Piyusha, who is the nectarian object of her mother's affection. Putrika, that is Sneha Piyusha Putrika, nectarian object of a mother's affection. Vishakha Savayaha, who is the same age as Vishakha. Vishakha Jivitadhika, who is dearer than life to Vishakha. Prana Dvitya Lalita Vrindavan Viharini, Lalita Prana Lakshayashika Raksha Vrindavaneshwari. Vrijendra Grahani, who is as dear to Mother Yashoda as Krishna. Praya Sneha Niketanam, who is the only life of the life of cows. Sorry, this is Vraja Gopa, Gopali. Cowherdsmen and cowherd girls of Vraja. So this will be Vraja Gopa, Gopali, Jivita Matraika Jivanam. Sneha Labhira Rajendra Vatsalya Achyuta Purvaja Govinda Pranaya Dhara Surabhi Sevanat Sukha. Meanings of these names are: who is the object of King Nanda's affection, then who gets parental affection from Balram, then who is the object of Govinda's love. Govinda is eager to serve his Surabhi cows. Then it is Dhrita Nandishwara Kshema Gamano Kanti Manasa Swadeva Deha Dvaitata Rishta Dhanishta Dheya Darshana. Dhrita Nandishwara, that is, who is very eager to go to Nandishwara for serving Krishna. Kshema Gamano Kanti Manasa, who is regarded as not different from her Dhanishta and seen in her meditations. Then Gopendra Mahishi Pakasala Vedi Prakashika Ayur Vardha Karadhana Rohini Grahata Mastaka. Gopendra Mahishi Paka, who is seen in Mother Yashoda's kitchen. Sala Vedi Prakashika, whose cooked grains increase Krishna's life. Then whose head is smelt by Rohini. Rohini Greta Mastaka. Subala Nyasta Sarupya Subala Priti Toshita Mukhara Drik Sudha Napri Jatila Drishti Bhashita, who has bestowed a form equal to hers to Subala, then who is very fond of Subala. Next one is who is nectar in Mukhara's eyes, and then it is who is afraid to see her mother-in-law Jatila. Madhumangala Narmokti Janita Smita Chandrika Poran Mashi Bahi Khelad Prana Panjara Sarika, who smiles like the moonbeams after hearing Madhumangal's jokes. Then 39th name is the she-parrot, of whose heart is caught by Poranmashi's cage. Swagana Dvaita Jivatuhu Swiya Ahankara Vardini Swagano Pendra Padbaja Sparsha Lambhana Harshini. 40th name is who is the only life of a friend, Swagandvaita Jivatuhu. Then who increases the pride of her relatives, and then the 42nd name is who is very happy to touch Upendra's feet with her friends. Padabja Sparsha Lambana Harshini. Suya Vrinda Vanodayana Paliki Krita Vrindaka Janata Vrindatvi Sarvalata Taru Mriga Tvija, who has placed Vrinda in charge of Vrindavan's gardens, who is known by all the vines, the trees, deers, and birds of Vrindavan. Isak Chandana Samghrashita Nava Kashmira Deha Bhaha Java Pushpa Pritha Hari Patta Chinaru Ambara, whose body shines with fresh vermilion ground with some sandal paste, and whose silken dress shines more reddish than the Java flower. Charanabja Tala Jyotir Arunakrita Bhutala Harichitta Chamatkari Charu Nupur Nihashwana, whose lotus foot soles make the surface of the earth shine crimson red, who astonishes Hari's mind with the sweet sound of her ankle bells. Krishna Shanti Hara Shroni Pitha Valkita Ghantika Krishna Sarvasva Pindoyat Kuchanchan Mani Malika. The nice sounds of whose waist bells remove Krishna's fatigue, the pearl necklaces on whose firm raised body is everything to Krishna. Then Nana Ratno Lasad Sankar Chuda Charu Bhujadvaya Shyamantaka Mani Brajan Mani Bandhati Bandhura, whose two beautiful arms are adorned with conch shells, bangles inset with various jewels, on whose wrist the beautiful Shyamantaka jewel shines. Suvarna Tarpana Jyotir Ullangi Mukha Mandala Pakka Dadimam Bijabha Tanta Krishta Gabhik Chuka, the shining of whose face defeats that of golden mirror, whose teeth that shine like ripe pomegranate seeds attract the parrot-like Agabhit, which is Krishna. Abja Ragdi Shrishtabja Kalika Karana Bhushana Saubhagya Kaja Lankakta Netrandita Kanjana, whose ruby earrings are shaped like lotus buds, whose wagtails like eyes are anointed with beautiful eyeliner, giving great joy to the eyes. Suvrata Moktika Mukta Nasika Tila Pushpika Sucharu Navakasturi Tilakanchita Bhalaka, whose nose that is beautiful as a sesame flower is adorned with a round pearl, whose forehead is adorned with beautiful tilak made of fresh musk. Divya Veni Vinurvdhuta Keki Pincha Varastuti Netranta Sara Vidhavam Sakrita Chanu Rajit Dhritaha, whose divine hair braid is worshipped by peacock feathers, being defeated in beauty, the arrows of whose glances destroy the patience of Krishna, who defeated the Chanur wrestler. Sfurta Keshora Tarunya Sandhi Bandhura Vigraha Madhava Ullasakon Matta Pikoru Madhura Swara, who is blooming teenage beauty personified, who pleases Madhav, who maddens Madhav with her sweet cuckoo-like voice. Pranayuta Satpreshta Madhavokriti Lampata Krishapanga Tarangodyat Smita Piyusha Budbuddha, who is more attached to Madhav's great glories than to millions of lives, whose nectarian smiles provide bubbles on the waves of Krishna's glances. Punji Bhuta Jagalajja Vedagti Digdha Vigraha Karuna Vidravad Deha Murtiman Madhuri Ghata, who is the very form of cleverness, embarrassing the whole world, whose body smells and melts in kindness, who is abundant sweetness personified. Jagad Gunavati Varga Gyamana Gunochaya Satyadi Subhaga Vrinda Vande Manuro Subhaga, whose glories are loudly sung by all the great ladies of the world, who is incessantly praised by beautiful ladies of like Sachi. Veena Madan Sangeeta Rasa Lasya Visharada Narad Parmukhod Gita Jagat Anandi Sadyasha, who is expert in singing and playing Veena in the Rasa dance, whose pure glories are sung by sages headed by Narad, giving joy to the world. Govardhan Guha Geha Grihini Kunja Mandana Chandamasu Nandini Baddha Bhagini Bhava Vibhrama. She is the housewife with the wreath of divine Kundalata's friendship. She is the professor in amorous rapture, giving joy to the holder of Govardhan. Girindra Dhara Vaksha Sri Shankha Chudari Jivanam Gokulendra Suta Prema Kama Bhupendra Pattanam. She is the Lakshmi on the chest of the holder of Govardhan. She is the life of the enemy of Shankachuda. She is the settlement of Cupid for the love of the son of Gokulendra. Vrisha Vidvamsha Naramokti Swanirmita Sarovara Nijakunda Jala Krida Jita Shankarana Anuja, who made her own pawn after the killer of Arishta mocked her, which is Radhakund, who defeats Sankarshan's younger brother in sports in her own pond. Mura Mardana Mattebaha Viharamrita Dirghikra Girindradhara Parendra Rati Yuddhoru Simhika. She is the ambrosial pond of enjoyment for the intoxicated elephant who defeated Mura. She is the powerful lioness fighting amorous sports with the king of lions, the holder of the best of mountains. Swatanu Swara Bhonamati Krita Mohana Madhava Dor Mulochalana Krida Vyakuli Krita Keshava, who enchants Madhava with her intoxicating bodily fragrance, who agitates Keshava by playfully showing her armpit. Nija Kunda Tati Kunja Klirpta Keli Kaleodayama Divya Mali Kulolasi Saya Kalpita Vigraha, who expands her artful plays in the kunja on the bank of her own pond, who makes a bed of divine jasmine flowers there with joy. Krishna Vama Bhuja Nyastu Charu Dakshina Gandhaka Swaya Bahu Lata Baddha Krishna Dakshina Sadbhuja, who places her beautiful right cheek on Krishna's left arm, who holds Krishna's right arm with her left vine-like arm. Krishna Dakshina Charuru Slishta Vamamoro Rambika Girindra Dhara Driga Vakshor Mardi Shastana Parvata, whose beautiful broad banana-like left hip touches Krishna's right hip, whose nice mountain-like chest are like being massaged by the holder of Govardhan. Govindadhara Piyusha Vasitadhara Pallava Sudha Sanchay Charukti Sitali Krita Madhava, whose leaf-like lips are scented by the nectar of Govinda's lip, whose beautiful words distribute nectar cooling Madhava of Govindo Girna Tambula Raga Rajit Kapolika Krishna Sambhoga Safali Krita Manmatha Sambhava, whose cheeks are colored by the pan by Govinda's lips, who realizes Krishna's fancies of amorous enjoyments. Govinda Marjitodama Rati Prashvinna Sanmukha Vishakha Vijita Krida Shanti Nitralu Vigraha, the profuse perspiration from whose face is wiped off by Govinda, who is being fanned by Vishakha when she falls asleep after playing with Krishna. Govinda Charanyasta Kaya Manasa Jivana Swapranarbuddha Nirmanchaya Haripada Rajakana, who has placed her life, body and mind at Govinda's lotus feet, who worships the dust of Hari's lotus feet with billions of heart. Anumatra Chutadarsha Saya Manna Atmanalochana Nitya Nutana Govinda Vaktra Subhramsu Darshana, who curses her eyes for every second that they do not see Achyuta, who beholds Govinda's ever fresh moon-like face. Nrsimha Hari Madhurya Saundarya Deka Bhogini Saptanya Dhama Murali Matra Bhagya Katakshini, who is the only enjoyer of Hari's endless sweetness and beauty, who can only blink at the fortune of her co-wife, the Murali, the flute. Gada Buddhi Bala Krida Jita Vamsi Vikarshini Narmokti Chandri Kotafula Krishna Kamapti Vardhini, who takes Krishna's flute after defeating him in a gambling match, who increases the ocean of Krishna's desire by full moonbeams of her joking words. Braja Chandrendriya Grama Vishrama Vidhu Salika Krishna Sarvendriyon Madhi Radhe Tyakshara Yugmaka, who is the moon-like resting place for senses of moon of Vraja, and the last one is the two syllables of whose name Radhe or Radha maddens all of Krishna's desires. Idam Shri Radhika नाम्नाम् अष्टोत्तर सत्तो जीवलं श्री राधा लंबकं नाम स्तोत्रमप्रीत्या दीनः कटार मनसा स नाथम् achire naiva sanatham ikshate dhruvam. Whoever recites these 108 names of Sri Radha that consists of all beautiful nectarian Radha Nama with great love, humility and eagerness will certainly and swiftly behold her master. Iti Srimad Raghunath Dasa Goswami Virachita Stvavalyam Sri Radhika Stotra Sat Nama Stotram Sampurnam. Thus ends the Sriman Raghunath Das Goswami Sri Radhika's 108 name prayers. Okay, now let's read the 25 transcendental qualities of Srimati Radharani. They are: she's the sweetness. She has all the 25 transcendental qualities, and she can control even Krishna by these qualities. Her transcendental qualities are: she is sweetness personified, she is fresh young girl, her eyes are always moving, she is always brightly smiling, she possesses all auspicious marks on her body, she can agitate Krishna by the flavor of her person, she is expert in the art of singing, she can speak very nicely and sweetly, she is expert in presenting feminine attractions, she is modest and gentle, she is always very merciful, she is transcendently cunning. She knows how to dress nicely, she's always shy, she's always respectful, she's always patient, she's always very grave, she's enjoyed by Krishna, she is situated on the highest devotional platform, she is the abode of love of the residents of Gokul, she can give shelter to all kinds of devotees, she is always affectionate to superiors and inferiors, she is always obliged by the dealings of her associates, she is the greatest among Krishna's girlfriends, and she always keeps Krishna under her control. These 25 qualities are from the teachings of Lord Chaitanya, chapter 14, book by His Divine Grace, Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. After reading the 108 names which we read, which were from the 108 names prayers by Raghunath Das Goswami, because they were in a prayer form, we were reading the verse and then the meanings. I feel like reading the names of the Srimati Radharani only in English now, so we can enjoy the meanings of the names nicely. So the first one is Sri Radha Radhika, that is Lord Krishna's greatest worshipper. Second, Krishna Vallabha, Lord Krishna's beloved. Third, Krishna Samyuta, Lord Krishna's constant companion. Vrindavaneshwari, Queen of Vrindavan. Fifth, Krishna Priya, beloved of Lord Krishna. Sixth, Madan Mohini, more charming than Kamadev. Seventh, Srimati, which is beautiful. Eighth, Krishna Kanta, Lord Krishna's beloved. Ninth, Krishnananda Pradayini, the giver of bliss to Lord Krishna. 10th, Yashaswini Yashogamya, that is famous. Yashodananda Vallabha. 11th, which is beloved of Yashoda's son. 12th, Damodar Priya, dear to Lord Damodar. 13th name is Gopi, cowherd girl. 14th, Gopananda Kari, giver of happiness to Gopas. 15th, Krishananga Vasini, which is her residence is on Lord Krishna's limbs. I think it's 16th now. 16th, Hridaya, she's charming. 17th, Harikanta Haripriya, Hari, Lord Hari's beloved. 18th, Pradhana Gopika, the most important Gopi. 19th Gopkanya, the daughter of a Gopa. 20th Trailokya Sundari, the most beautiful girl in the three worlds. 21st Vrindavan Vihari, she enjoys pastimes in Vrindavan. 22nd Vikasita Mukhambuja, her face is a blossoming lotus. 23rd Gokulananda Kartri Gokulanandana Daini, she brings happiness to Gokul. I've lost the count. I think it was 23rd, was it? 24th? So we'll just say it's 24th now. 24th Gati Prada, she gives the goal of life. 25th Gati Gamya, she's approached by the chanting her holy name. 26th Gamana Gamana Priya, she is the beloved of the omnipresent Supreme Personality of Godhead. 28th Vishnu Priya, Vishnu Kanta, Lord Vishnu's beloved. 29th Vishnu Ananga Nivasini, resides on Lord Vishnu's limbs. 30th Yashodanandan Patani, Yashodanandan Gehini, wife of Yashoda's son. 30th Kamari Kanta, the beloved of lust's enemy. 31st Kameshi, Lord Krishna's amorous queen. 32nd Kama, Lalasa Vigraha, Lord Krishna's beloved lover. Then Jaya Prada, giver of victory. Jaya, she is victory herself. Jiva, she is life. Jivananda Pradayini, giver of happiness to the living entities. Nanda Nandana Pata Vedatita, beyond the Vedas. Viduttama, the wisest philosopher. Niti Shastra Priya, she is an eager student of the scriptures describing ethics. Niti Gati, the perfect moralist. Mati, the most thoughtful philosopher. Abhistada, the fulfiller of desire. Abhishtada, the fulfiller of desires. Veda Priya, an eager student of the Vedas. Veda Garbha, the mother of the Vedas. Veda Marga Pravardhini, the teacher of the Vedas path. Veda Para, she is the supreme goal described in the Vedas. Vichitra Kanakojwala, splendid with wonderful golden ornaments. Ujjwala Prada, glorious. Nitya, eternal. Ujjwala Gatrika, her limbs are filled with glory. Nanda Priya, dear to Maharaj Nanda. Nanda Suta Radhya, worshipped by Nanda's son. Ananda Pradam, delightful. Shubha, beautiful. Shubhangi, with beautiful limbs. Vimalangi, with splendid limbs. Vilasini, playful. Aparajita, unconquerable. Janani, she is the mother of all. Janma Sunya, she is without birth. As we were telling yesterday, that she was found on the banks of Yamuna by Vrishmhanu, who found her floating on the petals of lotus. So she is also Janma Sunya. She wasn't born like us, because she's the internal potency of Krishna, just like Mother Sita was found from the ground by Raja Janak. Janma Mrityu Jarapaha, the remover of birth, death and old age. Gatir Gati Matam, the supreme goal of the aspiring devotees. Dhatri, the mother of all. Dhatra Nanda Pradayini, the giver of bliss to the supreme creator. Jagannath Priya, dear to the Lord of the universe. Shailavasini, she resides on a hill. Hema Sundari, she is beautiful and golden. Kishori, she is youthful. Kamala Padma, like a lotus flower. Padmahasta, her hands are lotuses. Payodada, she is Baksam. Payashwini, Payadatri, she is Baksam. Pavitra, pure. Sarvamangala, all auspicious. Mahajiva Prada, the great giver of life. Krishna Kanta, Lord Krishna's beloved. Kamala Sundari, beautiful as a lotus. Vichitra Vasini, she is wonderfully fragrant. Chitra Rupini, wonderfully beautiful. Nirguna, free of the modes of the material nature. Shri Kulina, born in a pious family. Nishkulina, not born in any family of the material world. Nirakula, free from all distress. Gokulantara Geha, her home is in Gokula. Yogananda Kari, delightful Lord Krishna, delights Lord Krishna when she meets him. Venu Vatya, She plays the flute. Venu Rati, she enjoys playing the flute. Venu Vadya Parayana, fond of playing the flute. Gopalasya Priya, Lord Gopala's beloved. Soumya Rupa, she is gentle and noble. Soumya Kulo Dvaha, born in an exalted family. Moha Vimoha, charming. Amoha, free from bewilderment. Gati Nishtha, Gati Prada, she gives the goal of life. Girbana Vandya, the demigods offer obeisances to her. Girbana, she is divine. Girbana Gana Sevita, served by the demigods. Lalita, playful and charming. Vishoka, free from lamentation. Vishakha, the star Vishakha, and it's also Vishakha Sakhi's appearance day today as well. Remember from the name. Chitramalini, decorated with wonderful garlands. Jitendriya, she has conquered her senses. Shuddha Sattva, situated in pure goodness. Kulina, born in a noble family. Kulina Deepika, the lamp illuminating her family. Deepa Priya, fond of lamps. Deepa Datri, the giver of the lamps. Vimala, pure. Vimalodaka, the sacred river. Kantara Vasini, she lives in a forest. Krishna, Krishna Chandra Priya, Lord Krishna's beloved. Mati, she is thoughtfulness. Anuttara, unsurpassed. Dukkha Hantri, the remover of suffering. Dukkha Kartari, the creator of suffering. So her name is Dukkha Hantri, which is the remover of suffering, and Dukkha Kratari is also one of her names, which is the creator of suffering. Kula Dvaha, the noblest in her family. Mati, she is thoughtfulness. Lakshmi, goddess Lakshmi. Dhriti, perseverance. Lajja, modesty. Kanti, beauty. Pushti, fulfillment. Smriti, memory. Kshama, patience. Kshiro, the shiny, she who lies down on the ocean of milk. Devi, the goddess. Devari, Kulamardini, the crusher of Lord Krishna's enemies. Vaishnavi, she is Vishnu's consort. Mahalakshmi, goddess Mahalakshmi. Kula Puja, worshipped by her family. Kula Priya, dear to her family. Samahartri, Sarva Daityanam, the destroyer of all demons. Savitri, the Gayatri Mantra. Vedagamini, follower of the Vedas. Vedatita, beyond the Vedas. Niralamba, liberated. Nirlamba, Janaya, Puja, worshipped by the liberated. Niraloka, unseen by conditioned souls. Nirashraya, independent. Ekanga, she has one form. Sarvaga, she is all pervading. Sevaya, the supreme object of worship. Brahma Patni, Brahma's wife. Saraswati, goddess Saraswati. Rasapriya, fond of the Rasa dance. Rasgamya, the girl Lord Krishna approached in the Rasa dance. Rasa Dishtatra, Devata, the predominating deity of the Rasa dance. Rasika, she enjoys the transcendental mellows. Rasikananda, tastes the bliss of the transcendental mellow. Swayam Raseshwari, the queen of Rasa dance. Para, which is transcendental. Rasamandala, Madhyashtha, the girl who stays in the middle of the Rasa dance circle. Rasamandala Shobhita, the girl who beautifies the Rasa dance circle. Rasamandal Sevya, she is served in the Rasa dance circle. Raskrida, she enjoys the pastimes of the Rasa dance. Manohara, she is beautiful. Pundarikaksha Nilaya, her dark eyes are lotus flowers. Pundarikaksha Gehini, she is the wife of lotus-eyed Krishna. Pundarikaksha Sevya, she is served by Vallabha, dear to lotus-eyed Krishna. Sarva Jiveshwari, the queen of all living entities. Sarva Jiva Vandya, worshipped. Parat Para, greater than the greatest. Prakriti, the goddess of material nature. Shambhu Kanta, Shad Shiva Manohara, the beautiful wife of Lord Shiva. Kshut, she is hunger. Pipasa, she is thirst. Daya, she is mercy. Nidra, she is sleep. Bhranti, she is bewilderment. Shranti, exhaustion. Kshamkula, patience. Vadhurupa, she is a young girl. Gopa Patni, wife of a Gopa. Bharati, the goddess of eloquence. Siddhayogini, perfect in the science of yoga. Satyarupa, Nityarupa, Nityangi, her form is eternal. Nityagehini, she is the Lord Krishna's wife eternally. Sthana Dhatri, she gives her devotees their homes. Dhatri, she is the mother. Mahalakshmi, she is the goddess Swayamprabha, she is self-effulgent. Sindhu Kanya, the daughter of the milk ocean. Dwarka Vasini, she who resides in Dwarka. Buddhi, she is intelligence. Sthiti Sthana Rupa, steadiness. Sarva Karana Karana, the cause of all causes. Bhakti Priya, fond of serving Krishna. So, where was I? So, Bhakti Kamya, approached by devotional service. Bhaktananda Pradayini, the giver of bliss to all the devotees. Bhakta Kalpa Drubhatita, she is more than the Kalpa Vriksha tree for the devotees. Atita Guna, the possessor of the greatest transcendental virtues. Mano Dhishtatri Devi, the predominating deity of the heart. Krishna Prema Parayana, the girl who completely is in love with Lord Krishna. Niramaya, free from all disease. Soumya Datri, the most gentle, kind and generous. Madan Mohini, she is more charming than the Kamadeva. Eka Namasa, one without a second. Eka Anmasha, one without a second. Shiva Durga, the wife of Lord Shiva. Kshema, the happiness and auspiciousness personified. Durgati Nashini, the person who destroys all calamities. Ishwari, she is the supreme controller. Sarvandya, she is worshipped by all. Gopaniya, she is reclusive. Shubhankari, the giver of auspiciousness. Palini Sarva Bhutanam, the protectress of all the living entities. Kamanga Harini, the wife of Lord Shiva who destroyed Kamadeva's body. Shadya Mukti Prada, she is the person who gives quick liberation. Devi, the goddess. Vedasara, the essence of the Vedas. Parat Para, greater than the greatest. Himalaya Sutta, Sarva Parvati Girija Sati, she is the goddess Parvati. Daksha Kanya, she is the Daksha's daughter. Deva Mata, the demigod's mother. Manda Lajja, she is bold. Hare's Tanu, Lord Hari's own transcendental form. Vrindaranya Priya, fond of Vrindavan. Vrinda, goddess Vrinda. Vrindavan Vilasini, the girl who enjoys pastimes in Vrinda. Vilasini, she is the playful. Remember, we are reading the 108 names of Srimati Radharani. Vaishnavi, she is Lord Vishnu's companion. Brahmaloka Pratishtita, the predominating goddess of the spiritual world. Rukmini, she is Rukmini. Revati, she is Revati. Satyabhama, she is Satyabhama. Jambavati, she is Jambavati. Sulakshmana, she is Sulakshmana. Mitravinda, she is Mitravinda. Kalindi, she is Kalindi. Janu Kanya, she is Janvi. That is, Radharani is also, her one name is also Janu Kanya. Janvi is the daughter of Janu Rishi. Paripurna, Purnattara, most perfect. Hainaveti, goddess Parvati. Gati, the supreme goal of life. Apurva, she is unprecedented. Brahmarupa, she is spiritual. Brahmanda Paripalini, the protectress of the universe. Brahmanda Bhanda Madhya Basta, the goddess who enters the material universe. Brahmanda Bhanda Rupini, the goddess who herself is material universe. Andarupa, she is the goddess who is the material universe. Anda Madhyashtha, the goddess who has entered the material universe. Anda Paripalini, the protectress of the material universe. Ande Bahaya, the goddess who is beyond the material universe. Anda is here signifies the material universe. Anda Samhartri, the destroyer of the material universe. Shiva Brahma Hari Priya, she who is dear to Shiva, Brahma and Vishnu. Mahavishnu Priya, she is Lord Mahavishnu's beloved. Kalpa Vriksha Rupa, a Kalpa Vriksha tree. Nirantara Sthira, eternal. Sarabhuta, the best. Gauri Gaurangi, she is fair. Shashi Shekhara, she is Lord Shiva's wife. Shweta Champaka Varnabha, she is fair as Shweta Champaka flower. Shashi Koti Samaprabha, splendid as millions of moons. Malati Malya Bhushadhya Malati Malyadharini, decorated with jasmine garlands. Krishna Stuta, she is praised by Krishna. Krishna Kanta, she is loved by Krishna. Vrindavan Vilasini, she enjoys pastimes in Vrindavan. Tulsi Adhishtatri Devi, she is the goddess Tulsi. Samasarvana Parada, she carries one to the farther shore of the ocean of birth and death. Sharada, she gives what is the best. Aharada, she gives food. Ambhoda, she gives water. Yashoda, she gives fame. Gopanandini, she is Gopa's daughter. Ati Gamana, very graceful. Gauri, very fair. Paranograha, Paranugraha, Karini, kind to others. Karunarnava, Sampurna Karunarnava Dharini, she is flooding ocean of mercy. Madhavi Shyama Vallabha, she is Lord Krishna's beloved. Madhav Manmohini, she charms Lord Krishna's heart. Andhakara Bhayatvasta, she removes the fear of darkness. Mangalya, she is auspicious. Mangala Prada, she is the giver of auspiciousness. Shri Garbha, the mother of all beauty. Shri Prada, she is the giver of beauty. Shri Shah, she is the queen of beauty. Shri Nivasa, the abode of beauty. Achyuta Priya, the beloved of the infallible supreme personality of Godhead. Shri Rupa, Shri Swarupini, she is the form of beauty. Shri Hara, the remover of beauty. Shrida, the giver of beauty. Shri Kama, the desire for beauty. Shridameshwara Vallabha, dear to Shridama's master. Shri Nitamba, she is beautiful hips. Shri Ganesha, she is the beautiful queen of the gopis. Shri Swarupasrita, Srila, she is beautiful. Shruti, she is the Vedas. Shri Kriya Rupini, she is the activities of the devotional service. Shri Krishna, Bhajanaanvita, she devotedly worships Shri Krishna. Shri Radha, that is, she worships Lord Krishna. So these were the 108 names of Srimati Radharani and their meanings. And before that, we read the 25 qualities of Srimati Radharani, with whom she pleases Krishna. And prior to that, we also read the 108 Ashtotra, 108 special verses, verses compiled by one of the 6 Goswamis, Sri Raghunath Das Goswami. So we should never forget that Radharani is no other than Krishna himself. She is the internal potency of Lord Krishna. Krishna had to make the Leelas look beautiful for the people of Kali Yuga. That's why he brought his pleasure-giving potency, Srimati Radharani, also in Vrindavan, when he was here in Vrindavan. And we call her Srimati Radharani because by all these Leelas we know that she was only a little teenager like all other gopis. Krishna was only 7 while he was in Vrindavan doing all these Ras Leelas. This is how it's said, but I'm still learning. I don't know the proper facts. I don't know her. In some places it said that Lalita Sakhi was 14 years old when I was reading day before yesterday on her appearance day. Today is Srimati Radharani and Vishakha Sakhi's birthday. Somewhere we don't know if she was same age as Krishna or she was supposed to be a bit older, or this is all something which we're still finding out and learning as we go along. And she was married to Abhimanyu. Jatila was her mother-in-law. Kutila was her sister-in-law. And beautiful stories we read as we read in Krishna book, and we'll read them further on. And the Radharani's mood of separation when Krishna went to Mathura, we all know, and when he further went to Dwaraka. And again, Krishna had to come back in the Kali Yuga 500 years ago. Remember when we said when the Dwapar comes after Treta, in that cycle of the 4 yugas, in that the following Kali Yuga, Krishna avatar, Krishna and Radha's Yugal avatar, Gauranga Mahaprabhu comes, and Krishna wanted to see that how do the bhaktas enjoy his devotional service. So Krishna came as his own bhakta in the Yugal Roop of Radha and Krishna, Gauranga Mahaprabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And for 24 years he was at the age of 24 years we got married. Very young he was, and then he renounced his married life soon after, and he left his beloved wife in separation. That's the Leela of the Bhagwan. And then he went to Puri and he lived there till he was 48, and in the end he disappeared into the Jagannath Murti there. So it's a very, very deep separation from Krishna to us, the devotees here. This is the only time we have to worship our Lord, because remember, these are the 10,000 years of golden years of bhakti since Mahaprabhu came to this world. So if we get out of this cycle of samsara during this time, then we won't have to come back. Otherwise, after millions and millions and millions of years, this cycle again comes when Krishna comes in Dwapar, which comes after Treta. Usually Dwapar comes before Treta. And then when Krishna comes in the following Kali Yuga, then again Mahaprabhu comes and this mercy is given, because Krishna is in his holy name himself. So let's not waste this opportunity and try our best to get engaged in Krishna Katha. So like I was saying, our daily reading, I'll try to do a little bit before I sign off from here. It's so beautiful. Thank you, Shamita. I think you are there watching. So we were reading yesterday from the basics of Bhagavad Gita. The material world is like a spider's web. So we have seen spider and how he makes the webs. So this is how the material world is. So spider spins its web and after a while binds it back into itself. Similarly, the Maya, which is the Lord's illusory energy, Supreme Lord creates this material world and after a while pulls it back within himself. Like yesterday we were saying, when the Garbhodaksha Vishnu, he exhales, the whole universes, all the universes are created, and the universes last till his exhalation lasts, and when he again inhales, all the universes and everything goes back into him. And then when again he will exhale, again the world will, all the Srishti, all the universes, all the planetary systems, they will be created. Now the second difference between the spider's web and similarity between the spider's web and the Maya, the Lord's illusory energy, is as the spider's web traps many flies and other insects, similarly the illusory power Maya of the material energy traps and binds those spirit souls who are rebellious to the God and wish to enjoy independent of him. Like we were saying yesterday, just keep Krishna in the center of your life and your devotional service will be going uninterruptedly in your life and life will be blissful. The third similarity is, like the insects in the web struggle in a spider's web, they struggle and it's hard to free themselves, only to discover that they have become more and more tightly bound. So the more the insects they try to free from the web, the more they get bound in the spider's web. Similarly, the living entities in the material world struggle hard against the stringent laws of material nature to avoid misery and to gain happiness, only to find themselves immersed in greater suffering. The struggle for freedom becomes the very cause for great bondage. And the last similarity has been given as, just as the flies in the web can only get free when someone from outside web frees them, similarly the living entities which are bound in this material world, like all of us, we are bound in this material world by the shackles of Maya, can only be freed when someone who is already free frees them. That is the great acharyas like Srila Prabhupada, who translated who was empowered by Krishna himself, who has translated all the Vedas nicely, all the books nicely for us, starting from Bhagavad Gita, which is like a life-living manual, and then all the pastimes of Krishna, Srimad Bhagavatam. So everything has been done by somebody who has realized God. So who is Guru? Guru is somebody who has found, who has freed himself from the shackles of Maya. So somebody like bona fide Guru, like Srila Prabhupada and the other nice Gurus, They only can free us from this material world. So why is this so? Because the living entities are in ignorance. We are in tamogun. They do not know the nature of their bondage in the illusory energy of Bhagwan, which we read yesterday, which is this inferior energy. Spiritual energy is the superior energy. So this Maya is very clever. It knows how to bound us. So if we are not engaging ourselves, our lives around Krishna all the time, if we haven't got this thought that my home is Krishna's home, my family is Krishna's family, my all relationships are Krishna's, and if we don't think like that, if we don't live our life that, and if we don't offer the food first to Krishna and we just make the food and eat it first for our own sense gratification, then Maya will find the little gap in our life and Maya will try to bind us quickly, just like the spider's web. So we have to try to rise up to the goodness mode, which is the Sattva Gun, and then we can be able to do bhakti nicely. So we are all practicing together, so we shouldn't get disheartened with this. Before we talk of freedom, let us first discuss the nature of bondage. So what is the nature of bondage in this material world and how does it work? To know this, we will have to understand the concept of the three modes of material nature or the three gunas. The three modes of material nature, which is also chapter 14 of Bhagavad Gita. Lord Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 14, verse 5. Sorry, my stand is broken, so I'm just trying to hold it. Just bear with me. Lord Krishna says in chapter 14, verse 5, Prakriti or material nature is considered of three qualities or the gunas. Sattva guna, the mode of goodness. Rajoguna, the mode of passion. And Tamoguna, the mode of ignorance. These gunas bind the living entities. So when we take birth, these three gunas, they make sure these are the gunas which are of Maya Devis. They bind us towards this world. So because before we are born, we are free. And they say that before being born, we are always saying to Krishna that Krishna, when we will be born, we will do your bhakti and come back to you. That is what our soul is saying. But the moment we are born, we get attached to these three gunas. And they are like ropes, gunas or the ropes which bind us to this material world. Everything in the material creation is characterized and influenced by three modes. The three modes are all pervading. Consider the three primary colors, red, yellow and blue. By mixing blue and yellow we get green, and by mixing red and blue we get purple. By further mixing and overmixing, all the wide varieties of colors in this world are created. Similarly, the mixing and further mixing of these three modes, which is the Sato, Rajo and Tamo, or the goodness, passion and ignorance, yields all the possible combinations to create the unlimited varieties of species in this world. Everything in the material creation can be classified according to the three modes. Here is just a sample. None of these three modes exist purely in the material world. So in the material world, we will never find the pure goodness, pure passion or pure ignorance. They are always mixed together in varying proportions. So, for example, among the animals, cow is in the Sattva Gun or the mode of goodness, lion is in the Rajogun or the mode of passion, monkey is the mode of Tamogun or mode of ignorance, and humans are spiritual, they are beyond the three modes. So this is how God has actually created us. Only we can go beyond the three modes, rest of them are in one or the other mode. And in time, early morning is the mode of goodness or Sattvagun, the daytime is mode of passion or Rajogun, the night time is mode of ignorance or Tamogun, and any time which is for serving Krishna is spiritual, which is beyond the three modes. Why they say anytime? Because only we as human beings can serve Krishna. Any other species or any other species found in this world, they can't do this kind of devotional service. So only we can use the time which will be beyond the three modes, which will be spiritual. That is possible only by the devotional service or the service of Krishna, by living our life in such a way that we work around Krishna. Now, place. Among the places, forest is in mode of goodness or sattvagun. City is in the mode of rajagun or passion. Bar as in, where the drinking and all that goes on, the pubs and all that, the clubs. The tamogun, they are in the mode of tamogun or ignorance. Temple is spiritual beyond the three modes. Now, among the food, fresh fruits, vegetables and grains, they come under mode of goodness or sattvagun. Spicy food comes under the mode of rajagun or mode of passion. Meat and liquor, they come under the mode of tamagun or ignorance. And prasadam, the food which we first offer to Krishna and then as bhoga, and then we all eat it and distribute it, that food is in the mode of, the food is beyond the three modes, that is spiritual. The object of worship. So demigods or the Devi Devatas, all the officials of Krishna, they are in the mode of sattvagun or mode of goodness. And the powerful men, they are in the mode of passion or rajagun. The ghosts and the spirits, they are in the mode of tamogun or ignorance. And finally, Lord Krishna is in the spiritual mode, which is beyond the three modes. So bondage to the three modes. The word guna also means rope. The three modes are thus ropes that bind the conditioned soul to this material world. Sattvaguna is like a rope of gold. Rajogun is like a rope of silver. Tamagun is like a rope of iron. If one is bound as a prisoner in a jail, does it matter if the ropes are made of gold, silver, or iron? A prisoner is a prisoner after all. So I'm sure we all agree with that. The nature of such bondage is described in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 14, verses 6 to 9. So chapter 14, verse 6 from the modes of material nature is, the meaning goes like this. The translation is, O sinless one, the mode of goodness being purer than the others is illuminating and it frees one from all sinful reaction. Those situated in that mode become conditioned by a sense of happiness and knowledge. Now, Bhagavad Gita chapter 14 verse 7 says, the mode of passion is born of unlimited desires and longings, O son of Kunti, and because of this, the embodied living soul entity is bound to material creative reactions. Then Bhagavad Gita verse 8 chapter 14 is translated as, O son of Bharata, know that the mode of darkness, born of ignorance, is the delusion of all embodied living entities. The results of this mode are madness, indolence, and sleep, which bind the conditioned soul. Now, in verse 9 of chapter 14, Bhagavan says, O son of Bharata, the mode of goodness conditions are one to happiness, passion, conditions one to fruitive actions, and ignorance covering one's knowledge binds one to madness. So among all the modes, mode of goodness is the highest. But the daytime is devised like this. The day is in passion, so we all can do the work, because Krishna also doesn't want कि हम कोई काम काज ना करें. We have to perform our duties, our prescribed duties which we are in. Because remember, we can never stay without karma, either in our thoughts or when we are doing something by our body, by our hands. So all living beings are thus puppets in the hands of the nature of the three gunas, but due to the influence of Maya, they think themselves independent. They think they are the doers, whereas actually it is the three modes that do everything. Lord Krishna says this in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 3, verse 27. Prakritehe kriyamanani gunehe karmani sarvashah ahankara vimudhatma kartaham iti manyate. Translated as, the spirit soul bewildered by the influence of false ego thinks himself to be the doer of activities that are in actuality carried out by the modes of material nature. So we have to live our lives in such a way that we sleep on time at night, thinking that I'm going to get up in the morning and do devotional service for Krishna, or then later on look after my family and everything, and then when I try to cook, I cook something or offer something to Krishna and have it as a some kind of not some kind of, have it as prasadam. I'll show you the picture of the modes of material nature. So if you see, these are the modes of material nature: Sato, Rajo and Tamogun. Okay, above is Krishna. Krishna has sent these through Maya Devi, and we are here dancing to the tune of these three modes, and we think we are doing things. No, we are not the doers. It is the three modes which are making us dance to their tune. The characteristics of the three modes are, we may thus summarize the characteristics of the three modes as follows. Sattva-gun is purity, happiness, knowledge. This is the general characteristics of the Sattva-gun, and the result of the Sattva-gun is freedom from sinful reactions. And in the next birth, you will go to heavenly planets like the saints' Swarg. And the general characteristic of the Rajogun, or the passion, is unlimited desires, hard work, greed, and worldly pleasures. This is what its characteristics are. And its result is bondage to the worldly activities and misery. So the more you earn, the more you want. So that doesn't ever get satisfied. And what is the next birth? It results in amongst worldly people on earth. So if we are in that mode, we'll take birth again back on the earth, because our desires are still unfulfilled. So Tamagun's general characteristics are foolishness, sleep, laziness, intoxication, and uncleanliness. And the result is madness and foolishness. Next birth will be in the animal kingdom and or in the hellish planets, depending upon how bad we were, if we led a life in the Tamagun only. Now, Krishna is beyond the three modes. Being the master of the three modes, Krishna is forever transcendental to them. He can never come under their influence. Only those who are themselves under the influence of the three modes think that Krishna is under the influence of three modes. Tribhir guna mair bhaver ebhi sarvam idam jagat mohitam nabhi janati mam ebhya param avyayam. Bhagavad Gita chapter 7 verse 13, translated as, deluded by the three modes, that is goodness, passions and ignorance, the whole world does not know me, that is Krishna, who am above the three modes and inexhaustible. Now chapter 9 verse 10, Krishna says, Maya dakshena prakritihi suyate sacharacharam hetu nanena kaunteya jagat viparivartate. Translated as, this material nature, which is one of my energies, is working under my direction, O son of Kunti, producing all moving and unmoving beings. Under its rules, this manifestation is created and annihilated again and again. So what is the real freedom? I'll just read a little bit, then I will finish this, because I don't think we'll be able to finish this. There's a lot to go. So the real freedom is to transcend above the three modes, that is to break the bondage of the three ropes of goodness, passion and ignorance. This is practically impossible to do because the modes are very powerful and are insurmountable. But Lord Krishna gives us the way. Krishna has made the modes and he is giving us the way. He says, Daivi hi esha gunamai mama maya duratyaya mam eva ye prapadyante mayam etam tarantite. Bhagavad Gita verse 7:14. This divine energy of mind, consisting of the three modes of material nature, is difficult to overcome, but those who have surrendered unto me can easily cross beyond it. Thus, it is only by coming to the transcendental platform of devotional service to Lord Krishna can one experience real freedom and return to our original spiritual home in the Vaikuntha world. We shall continue reading about the Kala, that is a time tomorrow. So I'll take your leave. Thank you, Shamita, for joining. Have a happy Radhashtami, everyone. Hare Krishna.